Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vesta Patrick, and this afternoon I'm here to deliver a speech entitled Equal Rights for Women. This speech was first delivered by Ms. Shirley Chisholm to the United States House of Representatives, Washington, D.C., May 21st, 1969. This speech was written and delivered during a period when women were struggling for their rights. I am female, and I am passionate about issues concerning women. Hence, I chose this speech. Mr. Speaker, when a young woman graduates from college and starts looking for a job, she's likely to have a frustrating and even demeaning experience ahead of her. If she walks into an office for a job interview, the first question she will be asked is, "Do you type?" There is a calculated system of prejudice that lies unspoken behind that question. Why is it possible for women to be librarians, secretaries, and teachers, but totally unacceptable for them to be managers, administrators, doctors, lawyers, and members of Congress? The unspoken assumption is that women are different. They do not have executive abilities, orderly minds, stability, leadership skills, and they are too emotional. As a black person, I am no stranger to race prejudice, but the truth is that in the political world, I am far oftener discriminated against because I am a woman than because I am black. Prejudice against blacks is becoming unacceptable, although it will take years to eliminate it. But it is doomed, because slowly, white America is beginning to admit that it exists. Prejudice against women is still acceptable. There is very little understanding yet of the immorality involved in double pay scales and the classification of most of the better jobs as for men only. More than half of the population of the United States is female, but women occupy only 2% of the managerial positions. Considering that there are 3.5 million more women than men in the United States, this situation is outrageous. It is for this reason that I wish to present today a proposal that has been before every Congress for the last 40 years and must, sooner or later, become part of the basic law of the land, the Equal Rights Amendment. Let me note and try to refute two of the commonest arguments offered against this amendment. One is that women are already protected under the law and do not need legislation. Existing laws do not adequately secure equal rights for women. Sufficient proof of this is in women being concentrated in lower paying, menial, and unrewarding jobs, and the incredible scarcity in the upper level jobs. If there's already equality for women, why is it always such an event when one happens to be elected into the House? It is obvious that discrimination exists. Women do not have opportunities that men have. And those who do not conform to the system, those who try to break the accepted patterns, are often scrutinized as being odd and unfeminine. The fact is that any woman who aspires to be the chairman of the board or a member of the House does so for exactly the same reason as any man. Basically, these or that she thinks she can do the job and she's willing to try. A second argument held against this amendment is that it will eliminate all legislation that have been enacted by several states and federal governments giving special protection to women, and that it will throw marriage and divorce laws into chaos. As for these marriage laws, they are due for a sweeping reform, and an excellent beginning would be to wipe the existing ones off the books. Women do not need protection that men do not need. What we need are laws that protect our workers, guarantee them fair pay, safe working conditions, protection against sicknesses and layoffs, and provision for a dignified and comfortable retirement. Women and men need these things equally. That one sex needs protection more than the other is a male supremacist myth, as ridiculous and unworthy of respect as the white supremacist myth that society is trying to kill itself off at this time. I thank you.